here with boxer and MMA fighter Jessica Rakoczy. Just got done with your workout. Jessica, first of all, explain what your status is with boxing right now. I know you're the IBA World Champion. What's the future with that going forward?
My last boxing fight was January 24th, and I'm still having a hard time getting boxing fights, so I'm just taking whatever comes next.
Yeah. Why is it so hard for the women and getting fights, especially someone that's a champion?
Probably just from experience, and it's hard to get fights. Nobody wants to fight somebody who has a winning record, and it's just hard all around. Money-wise, nobody's really promoting. MMA's taken over.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of that, Holly Holm, one of your colleagues in boxing, just fought her last match against Mary McGee in boxing and is going to devote full time to MMA. What are your thoughts about her doing that, and is that something that's a potential for you?
I think Holly Holm, that's a great transition for her, and she did great in Albuquerque for boxing, so good for her. Yeah, she just got to get that groundwork in and do it the smart way, not the way I did it.
Well, yeah, you started your pro career in MMA, maybe not the smartest way, without doing any ground training. She's been doing, like you though, she spent a lot of time. You're doing it with Drysdale. She's with Winklejohns down there in the Jackson camp. What do you think, as far as making a transition to MMA and doing the groundwork, what's that like, and what are some of the difficulties?
The transition to me it's very, very hard, and it's so different. You want to stand, and right away they're going to take you down because you're a boxer. So it's just trying to learn the takedowns, takedown defense. It's all about the defense, and then it's just about repetitious getting in there and doing the same thing over and over.
So what did you learn? Like you said, your first fight was Michelle Uhl, then you fought Zola Grigel. Is that, when you fought them?
I took those fights so quick, and that I was stupid. It's my fault that I lost, and I didn't know anything on the ground, and so I was literally embarrassed twice. And then the third fight, I took it only like 7 days notice, but I knew more defense, not anything to like arm bars. I didn't know any offense, but I knew the defense. So.
Now you have a couple years under your belt with Drysdale. How well prepared do you think you are for a ground match with someone if they get it there?
Oh, I've got so much still to learn on the ground, and it just comes with years. Just like boxing, you're still learning something every day, and I feel like I'm learning something every day in MMA.
Right. Do you think at some point, if your MMA career takes off, Holly's does, we talked about this earlier, different weight classes, I understand, she's fighting 135, you'll fight at 125, but people will clamor for that match because you both are,
boxers.
Yeah, the accomplished boxers. Was that a fight you think you could make at some point, maybe to catch weight like 130?
For sure, the money's there. Who wouldn't take the fight if the money's there?
Right. And then the last thing, and I know we got we'll tread really lightly, but just tell us about the experience. I know you tried out for the Ultimate Fighter coming up to 18 with Ronda Rousey and Ken Zingano's coaches. You were part of the tryouts there. Just explain the whole environment, what that was like for you, experiencing that.
There was almost 60 girls there, and a lot of wrestlers, a lot of girls that knew everything on the ground. While trying out, it was hard to see everyone and what they were doing. We were able to watch the wrestling, but when it came to the striking, you don't really get to watch it because you're in your own little zone. So I didn't really see too much of the hands and the feet, but I did see a lot of the ground, and the girls were great wrestlers.
Now, a lot of those girls, going back to what I said a minute ago, they're mat wrestlers, they're grapplers, whatever. You're a boxer. How do you feel that your talents can stack up to some of those people that you saw that are accomplished on the ground?
So wrestling, I thought I did okay when we had to do the ground. I was able to submit and dominate. So hopefully I'm going to be able to hang in there with those girls. And if I have to, I got to stay down there. I want to get back up and start punching.
Now, maybe an advantage for you, the fact that you're not really schooled on who's good and what, so you didn't know a lot of the big names there that people were aware of. You didn't know who they were. How do you feel that you match up with the best ones in the world? Because that was obviously probably some of the best assembled talent female fighters ever.
Yeah, so how do you feel ground-wise, I probably don't compare to them because they've been doing this all their life, and I've just started doing it. So.
But you wouldn't be intimidated with any of them, right?
No, a fighter's a fighter. You have to get in there and fight. It doesn't matter. If she takes me down, she takes me down. I got to be able to get back up, scramble, and get on my feet. If not, I have to be able to defend.
Right.
So I can't compare because ground is not my game. I'm used to standing, but I'm going to be able to defend it now, and I know arm bars. I know things to do now.
Shaking the hand there. All right, then the last question for you. Just do you prefer? I mean, you've been a boxer for so long. Is your heart still in boxing? And then long term, do you think because MMA has exploded for females and it's really
hot now,
it's not doing anything in boxing, unfortunately, do you think the future lies there for you?
My heart is always going to be in boxing, but MMA is definitely taking over, and I have the spark back. I have the adrenaline. You know, MMA is giving me something different again, like when I first started boxing. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm learning like so much every day. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
And actually, I lied. One more question. Having someone like Dewey Cooper as your coach in boxing, and then all of a sudden you're doing the MMA, pretty easy transition because he's well versed in MMA as well. So what's it like to work with him, someone that does both?
Yeah, Dewey it's great because he's my brother, and I'm so comfortable already. So it's like it's easy to learn from him. He knows how to coach. He's a great coach. So for learning from him, we've been trying to do this for a long time, like at least kicking and everything. So transitioning is easy because we just put it in our routine, and there's no egos or anything. I just learn from him.
All right, Jessica, thanks a lot. Best of luck.